how important are the new urban preferences of the millennials? Is this a permanent change in their attitudes and tastes, or is it a temporary presence? In Los Angeles, we're currently experiencing major reversals of population trend. First off, the total population growth is not as great as we thought. My thesis is that a lot of what we think is urban preference is actually just presence. We see there's a lot more millennials living downtown, and therefore, they must have a greater preference than previous people did. But maybe it's not just preference, maybe it really is only that their presence has increased. But it's pretty much across the nation, there a 6% gain in millennials, whereas the same age group had a 5% loss on average the previous decade. There was a rise and fall of births, as we just saw 25 years earlier. There's also been something called the Great Recession, and it really put a whammy on employment growth. There was a boom in employment, then there was a bust in employment, and now we're recovering. There's also a change in the housing cycle. The competition faced by the 25-year-olds has been ferocious. I mean, they're fighting for entry-level housing and jobs, both. It doesn't matter what the population growth is as long as there's enough jobs. In the 1990s, under Bill Clinton, we had booming job growth. It was a terrific time to be a young person in America. Contrast that to what happened just 5 years later, when the millennial cohorts got much bigger and they came of age and were competing, and simultaneously the job growth sank. The housing life cycle, it turns out, is the biggest problem in all this. Housing opportunity has been really stagnant, and the new construction of housing units has not kept up, and the vacancies from more turnover of existing units have been really suppressed. So the would-be home buyers become renters. Developers then try to build new supply, but it's too slow coming online. It can't keep up. And the desperate home seekers scavenge. So the net result then for millennials is they slowed down and they bottled up in the singles areas. But the ones who are older are breaking out now. They're looking for better housing wherever they can find it. And the question is, will they be accommodated by new housing, or will they keep scavenging old housing from other Angelenos?